7 days. At the time me recording this, Amphibia is 7 days away from finishing its season 2. And personally, I'm excited and I'm also worried. I'm worried because after this, no more Amphibia season 2, just all over, and then we'll be on Amphibia's final season. But I'm also excited to see how the fan base connects with each other on the hiatus, with all the fan art, all the theories, all the lore that we're all going to try and predict together. It's going to be an exciting time, and this finale so far looks epic. Now, usually it is very surprising for a promo to come out right now, because they usually come out around 3 or 4 days before the episode actually airs. But it does make sense because this is the finale and Disney really wants to hype this up, so makes sense. And also, so far this promo is only on TV, so the footage you might see might not be the best, but it's pretty good. I will link the original video down in the description. Yeah, let's get into this breakdown. So to start off, you can see all the toads in this sort of fortress area. Seeing as we're only going to have 24 minutes, I don't actually think we're going to see the toads inside of their base, but it is possible, like, maybe Grime will send in a letter saying, "Boys, it's time to go raid." So, it's possible, but I personally think that this is on Newtopia ground. And then you can also see a bunch of toads just harassing the place, like they're putting over graffiti, they've got newts tied up, they're breaking windows, and it's all just chaos, like complete chaos. And then you can also see one of the toad generals leading in an army, and I do believe that is pretty interesting, especially because they're going to have to knock down the gates. Not sure if we'll be showing them breaking in exactly, but hey, it's a fort, And then you can see Grime using Barrel's Warhammer, which I am really glad to see Grime use it. He will be using it a lot in this episode, because he uses it a lot in the promo, and I personally really enjoyed Barrel's Warhammer, and to see it actually return is great, and that it wasn't forgotten about. And then you can also see King Andreas growling. I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe he's like part dinosaur. Maybe it has a connection with that big monster that we saw at the end of the first temple, but who knows, because they don't actually show much of King Andreas or Marcy in this promo, which I am glad about, because it opens more doors as to if Marcy is going to betray them, or what King Andreas' secret plan truly is. And then you can see a bunch of the toads clearly backing some people up in a corner. It might be some of the planters, and then you can also see Yunnan at the top, sneaking in, probably gonna take them all on, judging from that part we saw in the Season 2B trailer, and I'm pretty excited for that, especially because some things that we see later in the promo, which I will not spoil for them. And then you can also see Anne giving a little, I guess, speech to, I'm assuming, everyone else, saying that they have no idea what they're dealing with, so she could be referring to the toads, or maybe even King Andreas, or hell, even Sasha, but it's kind of unclear at this moment of time. And then for a brief moment we see everyone grouped together, all at the Newtopia gates, I believe. You can't really make out everyone, but you can definitely see for a fact that Anne's there, Sasha and Grime are there, judging by their capes, and Polly and Frobo. And then we also see Polly with a bunch of cards saying "get ready for the pain," while putting out a dagger. And because all these cards have certain weapons, I kind of want to feel like that she's like drawing a card to see which weapon she would pull, which would be pretty interesting, and I would find that pretty funny if I saw that on screen, honestly. And then we also see Anne go to attack Sasha. Obviously, she can't just be doing that just to attack her. She's obviously doing it for a reason. And I must say, the animation in this bit looks incredible. And also to note that Sasha has 2 swords, her main pink one, and also a blue one, which could be relation to Anne also. But again, not too sure at this moment of time. Then we also see Hop Pop, Polly, and Sprig. Polly saying, "Oh snap," and also Hop Pop sweating a tear, so clearly something's been revealed wherever it's Sasha and Grime revealing their plan, or King Andreas, but it's not going to be a pretty sight. And then after what only I can assume is what Polly said earlier when she was with the cards, Yunnan and Frobo just drop out the sky, with Frobo revealing some form of missile launchers on his shoulder, and it's going to be insane to see Yunnan and the Planters work together, because it's not clear if she is actually going to help him throughout, because she still works for Andreas, but then again, judging from the first temple, it seems like that she is not aware of his plan, and also it makes sense in this context, because they both have a similar goal, which is to defeat the Toad Army, so it makes sense. And then there's Grime holding Barrel's Warhammer, which is a bit interesting, because in the last time we saw it, it wasn't powered up, but this time it is powered up. And also, Grime can hold Barrel's Warhammer on his own. Didn't know he can do that. And also, Sprig's just in the air launching his slingshot with a sort of free type of slingshot mud balls, I guess is the best way to put them. And at this point, the promo starts to go a bit fast. There's King Andreas charging on the ground, sort of like how an animal would, which I don't know what is up with Andreas acting like an animal in these promo, but yay, I guess. And then Grimes on some sort of balcony holding Barrel's Warhammer growling, which I can only assume is him sending the signal for the Toad Army to, charge in. And then we also see Anne on the sort of place where her and Sasha are going to be dueling in Newtopia. She does a punch, which is probably at Sasha's face, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's actually pretty interesting to see that, it's getting punched. And then, probably the most interesting thing to happen in this promo, there's a massive blue explosion overlooking of what I can only assume is Amphibia, and there is a very, very high chance that this is on Newtopia, and there are two things that this can be, and both these things can relate into the same thing. One, this is Polly blown up the place with her boom shrooms, which wasn't the first time to happen, and it kind of scares me a little bit, because at the end of Season 1, Toad Tower blew up by boom shrooms. If this theory is correct, Season 2, the Newtopia Castle will blow up from boom shrooms, and if that pattern is correct, then there's a chance that during the Season 3 finale, Wartwood could blow up with boom shrooms, which is what no one would be wanting, but it does seem like finale material. So, I was not expecting to be recording this today. I originally did all the other audio on Saturday, the same day the episodes came out, but this one I'm recording right now is on Sunday because something new dropped. On television, there's another promo. It's the exact same promo, but it has, slightly new footage. It has Marcy and Anne tearing up a little bit, and it has Hot Pop and Polly tearing up a lot. Now, this can mean two things. Either something happens to Sprig, or what I personally think is more likely, something happens to Frobo, because I don't think that they will kill off Sprig, because, one, he's only 10, and also, if they were actually wanting to kill Sprig, I don't think that they will do it at the end of Season 2, but if it did happen at the end of Season 2, it would definitely be a motivation for Anne to get vengeance on whoever is the reason why Sprig dies. Also, something interesting to note is that if you zoom in on Polly and look around, her, sort of the bottom of her, you can see two little pink sticks, sort of there, which are very similar to her hands, so I'm like 80% sure that Polly does get legs in this episode, which would be pretty cool to see, but it could also be a bit weird to see Polly with legs in season 3, but we did know that she was going to be getting legs soon, because when Marcy said in Marcy and the Gates, when she said 2 months, we know that Amphibia 2 months isn't a long time, because the entire season 1 was 2 months, stated from the beginning. So yeah, after I get this video posted, hopefully nothing else new drops, but yeah, during the hiatus, I'm going to be posting a lot more Amphibia just to keep all you fans occupied, because I really love this show, and I want to give my dedication to it, because I've not been interested to watch a TV show since, like, maybe Ninjago Season 7. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!